Hello, everybody. This is Dark Knight 316, wherever we love gaming, and this is our Tackles and Takedown podcast, episode 5, maybe. But anyway, so last week he ended up winning in the football picks by one or 2 points. So let's see if this week if he'll be able to win on there. So here's what the picks. So Thursday night game, Seahawks versus the Cardinals. Who do you have?
This one's gonna be interesting because both teams are 2-1. Cardinals have been having issues with Marvin Harrison Jr., but the Cardinals have been looking pretty good, so I'm choosing the Cardinals.
You're doing the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So next game is the Vikings versus the Steelers.
Vikings versus the Steelers.
Vikings have been looking pretty good. Steelers have just been pulling it out from their teeth.
Well, this one's dumb. This one's tough because I like Carson Wentz. He played pretty decent with the Vikings. But Aaron Rodgers, I really like Aaron Rodgers, but that Steelers defense needs to get tightened up. I'm going to go with the Steelers.
Just for home field advantage?
Not on that, just because I like Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, so next one's Washington versus the Falcons.
I got Washington in this one.
Okay.
I can see, who's it, Raheem? No, is it Raheem Morris? I can't think of the coach's name. I can see Falcons coach getting rid of him this season because he hasn't done so good since he took over for Arthur Smith.
Mm-hmm. So then the next one is the Aints versus the Bills, and they're at home in the Bills.
I got the Bills.
I don't see the Aints haven't got a win.
I don't see an upset, but yeah, I think the Bills take it. I don't see an upset like Browns Packers, but yep.
All right, what about the next one? The Browns Lions.
I got the Lions.
The Lions are still gonna win.
Yep.
You don't think it'll be another upset?
Mm-mm.
Okay, now the next one's pretty interesting. Somebody has to get a win.
Which is
both T teams.
I think the Titans pull this one out, not just because I'm a Titans fan, but Brian Callahan finally got rid of the offense coordinator duties. I mean, considering the fact that since he's been calling the offense, he's supposed to be an offensive guru. He's been 3-17, so I think they pull this one out.
I think the Texans have been doing a fluke of losing because normally it wasn't like last year. They were doing pretty well.
They were good. They won their division last year of being 10-7, but the issue is coming down to is the fact that their offensive line hasn't been as good. I think the Texans go 0-4, and you start seeing whether or not their coach is going to keep their job. I think he will, but I think it's going to be a tough season for him.
Because, I mean, if he only had one bad season, I don't think that they'll get rid of him.
I mean, he's done pretty well right now. He's just having a bad season.
That's what I'm saying. So then the next one is the Panthers versus the Patriots.
I like Mike Vrabel.
And this one, somebody has to be 2-2.
I like Mike Vrabel. I think Patriots pull this out, go 2-2.
Okay. Next one is the Chargers versus the Giants.
Now this one's gonna be tough because
you actually think it might be an upset with the Giants.
Well, Jackson Dart is going to start, so I think he's going to play pretty well
for the Giants.
For the Giants, I can see an upset, but I got the Chargers.
Yeah, I'd stick with the Chargers because far they're pretty hot.
Upset, but I think Jackson Dart takes over the reins since they benched Russell Wilson.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. So next one, Eagles versus the Bucks.
Ooh, this one's gonna be interesting because both teams are 3-0. The Bucks just lost Mike Evans, so I think that might be a little tough. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
You're going with the Eagles?
But the Eagles barely pulled it out last week, so.
All right, so next one is the Colts versus the Rams.
I got the Rams in this one. Colts have been a surprise this year, which is because of Daniel Jones. And their running game has been picking up with Jonathan Taylor, but yeah.
And then the next one is the Jaguars versus the 49ers.
This one's going to be tough, too, because Nick Bosa's out. So he ended up tearing his ACL.
out for the season.
And that defense has been pretty good. I think,
Even though they said that they might do it for him like day to day, but
no,
that's usually a season injury.
but
But
the thing
they
is,
don't want to get
though,
rid of
is
him.
I think the Jaguars lose this one. I got 49ers going 4-0 right now.
Okay, next one. It's a tough one. The Ravens versus the Chefs.
Um,
Because both of them are 1-2, and it's pretty sad for teams
Yeah.
that were that good.
This one's going to be a tough one, too, because Chiefs picked it up last week, but the Ravens didn't look good, and Derrick Henry has been fumbling too much. So I got to go with the Chiefs in this one. I think the Ravens need to fix their offensive issues right now.
All right. So next one is Bears versus Raiders.
I think both of these, I don't care any which way for the team. But I think the Bears pull this one out. The Raiders haven't been looking good even under Pete Carroll. So I think the Raiders pull
Well,
this
you
one
could tell if the Raiders are doing bad with the amount of gum Pete Carroll chews, because when his cheeks are like the chipmunks up on it, you know that they're doing bad because he's stressing out. So you said the Bears in that one.
Bears on that one.
So the last Sunday game is the Packers versus the Cowboys. They're at home in Texas.
I got the Packers. This one, I think Packers redeem themselves and beat the Cowboys. Cowboys go 1-3.
All right, so this one is a tough one as well. This is the first Monday game. It's the Jets versus the Dolphins. Dolphins haven't been looking so hot, but I chose the Dolphins because I think that they'll probably pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know about your thoughts.
No, I think the Jets pull this one out.
The Jets get it?
Yeah, it is a tough one. The Jets got a new coach, so it's hard. But the Dolphins head coach, I think he's done. I think he's done. I think he gets released this season. But I think his biggest problem is because the way that they signed on some of these players, like when they had pretty much one good season, you signed like all your players to all these max contracts. So it ended up happening that, you ended up using up all this money and you can't sign good players. So I think Jets pull this one out.
No. So then the last Monday game is the Bengals versus the Broncos.
I got the Broncos simply because now that Joe Burrow is going to be out for a couple months, the Bengals did not look good against the Vikings, and the biggest weakness right now for the Bengals are their defense, and I think that the Bengals are not going to look good on offense. So
you don't think they'll look good without Joe Burrow?
No, because they got Jake Browning, and he did not. He did not do so hot.
He didn't do so hot last time?
But I wanted to check out this Jets game because last week, Taylor started last week, but Justin Fields wasn't playing. So I don't know if Justin Fields get injured. I don't remember.
Well, you can look at the news.
But
if you look at the news will tell you.
I didn't see anything about him getting injured or anything. But
just look at the latest, yeah. Or injuries, whichever. Come on, load up the latest. So this is Eagles offensive coordinator Kevin always want to be in attack mode. Blah blah blah. Tactical Brian to give up play calling duties after 0-3 start the season. Yeah.
I don't like Brian Callahan. I think it's time to get rid of him. I think he's
go to more news. The V-Wall.
I think he's not that good. I think they got him because they're like, oh, he's a offensive quarterback guru, and I was like, no, you should have kept Vrabel.
Oh, that'll be interesting with the Packers one. Micah Parsons gonna sack former Cowboys teammate Dak Prescott. That's be pretty interesting.
That's gonna be pretty interesting. Yeah.
So let's see, Giants rookie Dart starts. Yeah, Buccaneers Mike Evans missed multiple games with that. They say hamstring injuries on that one. What else? He's going too fast.
Yeah, no, I don't see.
First round,
I was looking for
Najee Harris suffers Achilles.
Justin Taylor, but yeah, Nick Bosa suffered his ACL.
Yeah, but if you read the thing on there, they say that they still want him to play.
Yeah, they said he believed he suffered a torn ACL. How would he play on a torn ACL?
Like if you click on the thing, they're like, "Oh, he might play in the game."
Believed he suffered a season-ending torn ACL on Sunday.
So I said there, but then when you continue reading or whatever, they're like, "Hope that in tech further reveal they're like in talk that he might play against the team, and I'm like, you got a career injury.
It's the second time he has had
He got it.
this.
Yeah, well, they said that that injury you can hurt it multiple times.
Yeah.
So
It's sad
it
to hear
sucks,
because
especially if it's in the like the other knee. Like if you tore it in like your left knee, and now this time is the right knee. Like
yeah.
it sucks.
So overall, so what do you see, or what do you think this week game's upset? Do you think there's going to be any upsets again like
Let's
we
look
saw
at the
last week,
list again.
or do you think there's going to be any you know?
I don't think that there's going to be any upset teams.
Well, like, do you think the Saints upset the Bills?
I don't think the Saints will upset the Bills. I mean, the
Browns-Lions.
only thing that maybe be the potential like upset, I think, would be maybe the Panthers pull it off against the Patriots and do it.
You don't think something like Giants over the Chargers? I think this one's going to be a tough one.
I don't see, because I mean the Giants are still 0-3, but I mean they have to win one of them. One of the teams. So
Yeah.
I mean, unless they go there, I mean, like they show what they.
See, Russell Wilson hasn't been playing that well, but Herbert actually threw a pick.
And then there's the injury report if you scroll up. So nobody has injured. Okay, so last time. So they said the Chargers won against the Broncos and they won against the Raiders in Kansas City, which was the tough team for Kansas City.
They barely pulled it out against the Broncos. But see, this
Okay,
is
and
what's
they click on the Giants one.
All of them were 1-2.
The Giants won for recent game. So they lost against Kansas City like a blowout.
When did they had a bye week?
Oh, they did.
That's what it said.
That's weird.
I don't remember them.
I don't remember any team having
a bye week last week.
I don't remember any of them having a bye week.
I thought they played.
I think they did play. Go check it.
I thought they
check
played.
it up on there. Go to week 2, or week. Yeah, it'd be week 2.
Schedule. Go under schedule.
Yeah.
I thought they were. Was it week 2 or week 3?
It said week 2.
Week 2, they had a bye week.
That's what it said.
Well, normally they tell you bye weeks at the bottom. Like, they don't say nobody had a bye week. But.
Because then it would have to have another team with the bye week.
Yeah.
And I don't see the Giants playing. So they did.
Yeah,
so what was the other team?
That's
Scroll
weird.
down.
Well, they didn't show anybody for their bye weeks. It's no teams on a bye week.
Yeah, so maybe it was delayed? Maybe?
Where are the Giants playing
Giants. Yeah, right there. Giants play the Cowboys.
Yeah, so why did they say...
I don't know.
Let's see, week 3.
Yeah, nobody should have had it.
Last week,
maybe they just didn't have the stats.
Maybe.
Or like it didn't load up or something.
Yes, the Giants.
Yeah, they lost
to
Kansas City. Yeah.
So.
I wonder why they said a bye week.
Yeah, that was weird. That's what I'm saying. It's like the Giants had. It was weird for the Giants, but yeah.
Yeah, that was weird that they showed that on there. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be really an upset too much. Maybe the go back to the game. Sorry. Looks like the website's acting up. Schedule. Make sure it's week 4. Yeah. Was the Bears? I think it was. What's the Monday one? The Bears versus the Raiders. That one might be an upset. The Bears might actually pull it off against the Raiders. And maybe the Bengals. Like, who's the quarterback for the Bengals?
Bengals right now is Jake Browning.
Jake Browning?
Because Burrow got injured.
Joe Burrow's got... Is he the one with the other toe injury?
Turf toe.
Yeah, because the 49ers guy had it, and now Burrows has it.
Yeah.
So he ain't playing?
No, he's supposed to be out. They say that if they make it to the playoffs, he might come back. But if he doesn't...
I thought it's only like a 5-week thing.
No, they say it's like 2 or 3 months. So you figure that's like... If it's 2 or 3 months, roughly 12 games.
Yeah.
And if they're not in the playoff hunt, why bring him back? But he's the Andrew Luck of...
Yeah, but I think Bo Nix will pull it out for the Broncos. But if any upset, it'd either be that one, maybe the Jets. I would have picked the Jets if Aaron Rodgers was still on it. But now that he's not on there, I mean, they're not doing so hot. So they already just show that Aaron Rodgers was good on it. But, I mean, the other upset that I could go with would be Packers-Cowboys. Cowboys could maybe
Cowboys
pull
it off because of the reunion with Michael Parsons.
But even though I still pick the Packers are going to beat the Cowboys, but like I could see that could be the upset game.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be. I think that's the highlight game, like the big game. That one or the Kansas City game. I think are the two like big games because I mean Kansas City and Ravens were Super Bowl contenders, and then Cowboys are doing good.
But that's the thing though is you got to think like one of the things I talk about is you got to get through the kind of that first month of the season because they could go 1-3 the Ravens let's say, but it could pick up that their season gets better.
Yeah.
But it's just that when they wanted to do the whole you got to get I mean, like the best games.
They're third in their division right now.
But like,
Cincinnati, I mean, that's like weird.
Like you got to think here, he already has 3 touchdowns, 242 yards of rushing, but he's already fumbled like 3 times.
Yeah.
So.
But see, it's sad for Kansas City because you see Mahomes rushing. There's not another person that's doing that rushing, so that's what's sad for that one.
So their upcoming schedules. So they play the Chiefs. They can win. This is for the Baltimore.
Oh.
So they play the Chiefs this week. They can beat the Texans because the Texans have been looking good. Rams they could possibly lose.
Yeah.
Because the Rams have been looking pretty good. Get rid of this stuff later. Yeah. So. If you look at it, they could possibly win here, so they can go. They'd be 2-4 because they're 1-2 right now, right? Yeah. So they could go 2-2, 2-3 here to lose. They could win here, so 3-3, 4-3, possibly win this one 5-3, 6-3, 7-3, 8-3. This one they could lose 8-4, 9-4. This one they possibly lose. So they'd go 9-5, 9-6, and then come down to however figured out they can win like 9-10 games this season.
Yeah,
be like 10-7.
Yeah, and it'll be a weird one seeing the Ravens down though that low because if you see the standing there where the Bengals are number 1 in their division, and the Steelers are number 2, like.
But you got to look
never think of it that way.
Like you see, they started Buffalo. They were looking good there. So Buffalo, they're looking.
I mean, they lost by 1 point.
Yeah, they ended up losing it. But then they've lost their.
They blew out the.
They should be Cleveland like they did, but then they lost against a good Detroit team. Mm-hmm. So you figure Kansas City hasn't been playing well, but they possibly.
But that's what I said. Kansas City could possibly beat them.
They need to win these games where
they gotta win Houston.
They can beat Houston,
where they can easily beat that.
They need to beat the Rams. I don't think they do, but
I mean that'd be a close game, and then they get their
Chicago. They should be able to beat Chicago.
Yeah, they should be able to beat Dolphins.
So they could pick it back up, and it also comes down to whether or not what the other players are going to start looking like.
Yeah, and then with the the midweek or whatever, they can do the trade deadlines.
Yeah, trade deadlines, things like that. I don't think Derrick Henry's done because he's been fumbling, but I think he's got to work on something.
Yeah, I think he just fumbles here and there at the beginning.
Well, because
I think he has to get back into the groove.
Last season he fumbled, I believe, 3 times in like 250 possessions. Mm-hmm. He's carried the ball for like 40 times.
Yeah, I think he has to get back into the groove and kind of get back into.
He did something like that with Tennessee a couple of years ago, and it was like, oh, he's terrible, and he ran like 1,500 yards. So I think he'll do good. I think he'll be fine. Yeah. He'll hit his 1,000. He'll probably run like 1,200 this season. Mm-hmm. Hit his 10 touchdowns, and then I think he calls it a career. But that's just me.
You don't think he'll come back to Tennessee just so he can retire?
He might sign a 1-day contract to do that, but I don't think the way that Tennessee is right now, I don't think he'll do it. So
no, that's sad. Well, that's all that we have for this week on there. Put in the comments who you think is going to be an upset team or who you think you have that you're going to win for your week on there. Or even just put your favorite team that you're going to go win. Put that in the comments on there. Like and subscribe to our Tackles and Takedowns channel. I mean, we also talk about wrestling, but it's just been football right now.
Yep.
I mean, wrestling's been doing okay right now, but we haven't been doing it for the pay-per-views because it's not a big pay-per-view yet. We will do the one for John Cena's last match in December because that'll be a big milestone for him on there. But other than that, just continue to watch football because football comes but once a year.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get ready for some football, and we'll see you in the next one.
Have a good one, guys. Take it easy.
Yep.